Hello to all my good friends out there in the universe. T.O. Mr. Ceasefire Hardeman coming to you with episode number 24. Why do you want to kill me? And all I did was purchase a new house. This particular story is a real story. It took place on the south side of Chicago. A young man had, called me and said that a guy had shot at him because he was rehabbing a new house he had purchased on the south side of Chicago around 71st and Halstead. So what happened, he actually returned fire because he was concealed carry, but nobody got hit. The guy that shot at him, basically, his family used to own the house, some years ago, but they lost the house to foreclosure. And I guess he was just upset because somebody had purchased the house. And then the guy came back later that night and burned up the back of the house. He set it on fire. So this was a very volatile situation because the guys that were rehabbing the house, they were not street type of guys, but the guy that shot at them, he was a street guy. And he had support from the community at large. So when I received a call, I reached out to some guys in the neighborhood, and we did our best to track down the guy that shot at the other guys because nobody got hit. That's what's most important. Nobody, sustained any injuries because of the, people being, they shot at one another, in other words, all right? So that's what makes this story very special. And it's all about stopping killings on the front end with violence interrupters, okay? So mainly, to make a long story short, after it took us about 2 or 3, almost 4 days to track the other guy down, some of the guys on the streets assisted us, and they caught up with the guy, and they talked to him about his actions. So once they talked to him, then we brought everybody together, talked to the guy, and he apologized, of course, and he was kind of emotional because he was saying how he was raised in the house. His grandparents, they were sick and everything, and it was kind of tough for him because he didn't want to lose the house, but there's nothing he could do about it because he had kind of messed up some money himself, which led to them losing the house, and he just could not accept the fact that, the family house was gone, all right? So it kind of got emotional, in other words, everybody, but this particular story is a true story from the south side of Chicago. We were able to save a couple of lives because the guys that returned fire, they were not no cowards because they let them know, look, man, we don't want no trouble, but, we're grown men. And the other guy was like, hey, man, I got you. I apologize. There's nothing I can do, but I'll definitely never, ever come over here again. Let bygones be bygones. And just to give you all an update, provide you all with an update, now the people are working in the house. They're doing pretty good, rehabbing the house. They broke up all the wood that was burnt up and they replaced it with new wood back there. So I'm feeling pretty good about this mediation. That's why I wanted to come on and tell this particular story. This was more of an interpersonal conflict, not a gang conflict, but the guy that shot at the guys was part of a gang in that community, but the new homeowners were not part of a gang, in other words. So, conflict mediation number 24, violence interruption story. Very true story coming from the heart of the Inglewood community on the south side of Chicago. And I want to thank God for allowing myself and all of the team members to save a couple of lives in this situation, because if we had not intervened, if it were not for the intervention, there's a chance that somebody would have been killed or shot for sure. Trust and believe me, everybody. So I want to thank you all. You can visit my website at violenceinterrupters.org. That's violenceinterrupters.org to find out more about what violence interrupters do on a regular basis. And I would like to salute the young guys in the neighborhood for supporting violence interrupters in our efforts to stop killings and shootings on the front end. So episode number 24. Why do you want to kill me just because I purchased a house? We'll leave it at that right now. Peace and blessings to the entire world. Thank you all for tuning in.